Lately, does it feel like some problems in your life just don't move? No matter how much heart you pour into them, you care, you try, you mean well. But some situations stay stubborn, as if good intentions aren't enough anymore. You may have hoped kindness alone could fix things, but kindness sometimes gets ignored, misunderstood, or simply overwhelmed by life's harder edges. Today's story begins exactly there. In that space where warm hearts meet cold reality, we're going to talk about someone most people think they already know, a gentlewoman with a lamp, when in truth, her greatest power wasn't light, it was clarity. And maybe, by the end of this time together, your own life might feel a little clearer too. Before we begin, if you'd like more peaceful moments like this, feel free to subscribe and let me know in the comments where you're listening from. Your presence here means a lot. Florence Nightingale. Just the name brings up a familiar image. A quiet nurse walking through a dark hospital ward, lamp in hand, comforting wounded soldiers. For generations, she has been remembered as an angel, a symbol of sacrifice. A gentlewoman who tendered to the sick with soft compassion. It's a beautiful picture, but it's only half of who she was. We often believe that a good heart is enough to change the world, that kindness alone can fix things. And maybe, once upon a time, that felt true. But real life, your life, my life, often shows us something different. Florence understood this sooner than most. She cared deeply, yes, but she knew that compassion alone wouldn't save anyone. Sometimes, to make a real difference, you need a clear head and a willingness to see things as they truly are. When Florence arrived at the Crimean War Hospital, nothing looked like the noble paintings you see in history books. It was chaos, dirty water, rats everywhere. Soldiers lying in crowded, dark, unventilated rooms, disease spreading faster than anyone could treat it. Most people would have felt hopeless. Many did. But Florence reacted differently. She didn't cry. She didn't freeze. She didn't make dramatic speeches. She started counting. Every death, every infection, every cause. Her fellow nurses noticed she always carried papers filled with numbers. One of them finally asked, "Florence, why are you writing all this down?" And she answered, calmly, "We cannot save people with sympathy alone. We need to understand what is truly killing them." Most assumed bullets were the main reason soldiers were dying. After all, it was a war. But Florence's numbers revealed something shocking. For every soldier killed by a bullet, 10 were dying from preventable diseases. Dirty water, poor hygiene, contaminated air. A problem hidden in plain sight. She took her findings to the military officials, but they didn't listen. They brushed her off with old habits, old excuses, and old ways of thinking. So she tried something new. If they wouldn't understand words, she would give them something they couldn't ignore. She created the world's first rose diagram. A circular chart where the size of each slice showed how many soldiers died from each cause. A picture. Simple, clear, undeniable. When the officers saw it, everything clicked. Oh, this is the real problem. And here's a gentle moment of humor. People haven't changed much. To this day, many of us will skip long explanations, but we'll study a chart at the doctor's office like it's a treasure map. Florence understood this long before anyone else did. If you want people to change, speak in a language they can understand. Once the truth became visible through her diagram, the hospital system transformed. Cleaner water, better ventilation, proper sanitation, more space between beds, real procedures instead of random guesswork. And slowly, the numbers changed. Death rate, 42% gives 2%. A miracle, but not from magic. From clear thinking. From unwavering attention to facts. She didn't just save lives with her heart, she saved them with her mind. With a pencil, a notebook, and a refusal to look away from reality. Eventually, she became the first female member of the Royal Statistical Society. The woman we think of as soft and angelic was also one of the sharpest minds of her century. And that contrast is what makes her story matter so deeply today. So why bring this story to you now? Because you may be standing in front of your own hospital chaos. Not literally, but in the way life sometimes falls apart around us. A family issue that keeps repeating, a health concern that makes you anxious, a relationship that feels tangled, a decision you keep postponing because you're afraid of choosing wrong. And you might be trying to fix everything with a warm heart alone. Florence Nightingale's quiet message to us is this: a warm heart is beautiful, but a clear head can be a deeper kind of love. Sometimes, the most caring thing we can do is to stop guessing and start looking at the facts of our own life. What is really hurting you? What is actually the cause of the stress? What part of the situation is under your control, and what isn't? When we see the truth clearly, life becomes a little less frightening, a little less overwhelming, a little more manageable. Florence never made excuses. She said, "I never gave or took an excuse." Not because she was harsh, but because excuses blur reality, and blurred reality hurts people. Her clarity saved thousands of lives. Your clarity may not change a war hospital, but it can bring peace to your own heart. It can help you make decisions you've been avoiding. It can help you breathe a little easier at night. It can help you find your footing again. Warmth plus wisdom. Compassion plus clarity. When those two walk together, life becomes steadier. And you become stronger than you realize. I hope her story brings you that gentle strength today. Quiet life wisdom, a little peace for your day.